Hello and welcome back to Boopolo channel. My name is Pascal. Today I am going to do a review of this mixer I bought. I only bought it a couple of weeks ago. I've used it at one party, a Christmas party. I learned enough about it so that I'll be able to tell you about it. So we'll just take it out of the box real quickly. It's called the MG06X, X being the one with sound effects in it. You can also buy it in with a lot more inputs than this one. Now, this one has 6. So we'll just take it out of the box. It feels very solid. It feels very well made. I had another mixer there and it was horrible. And this one is just so much different. I'm going to try and weigh it. It might be too heavy for these scales, but we will weigh it anyway. On the bottom of it, you have the 2 holes here for putting it onto a stand if you want to. 60 millimeters apart, 60 millimeters apart. So we'll put it up on the scales. So on the scales, it's coming in at 854 grams. That's heavy enough. That's near, it's more than 3/4 of a kilo. So we will put it on ounces for those who want to weigh it in ounces. So it's 30 ounces and 0.13. Now, this is very neat and tidy. This is small. It's 6 inches, just about 6 inches. And it's just about 8 inches that way. It's in metric, but it's 2 1/4 inches high at the highest point, and down here, without the switches, it's about 1 inch. I'm going to take you through all the inputs, outputs, switches, filters, and we'll go through them quickly. These 2 here are balanced. These are balanced. So these XLRs, I will just show you. A microphone will have a female. A female XLR is the one where the holes are here. Female will plug into the male here, right, like this. Like that to your amplifier, okay, left and right. But you also have line out. They will have a little switch on them mostly. This here is where the males go in. This is where your microphone goes in. Or in my case, I have wireless microphones that are plugged in here. So they will go in here. Now, all of them are balanced. That's why you have 3 wires on them. As I said, these 2 here will normally be used for a guitar or a mic or something like these, where you want a balanced XLR. And these ones here, you could use this one. I had this one connected to Bluetooth for using karaoke from a cell phone. And you can have another input here, unbalanced input here. And the outputs are also balanced. These 2 outputs here are balanced. So you're going to bring the balanced signal from this to your amplifier. And that's what we did the other night. So we used this cable here with the female on it. And as you see on the bottom of this, there's 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, and so it plugged into the back of the amplifier that had a 1/4 inch balanced. We have the switch for turning it on and off here. Now, over here we have our low, our high, and our gain. And our peak. Our peak should be set over to here on where the little arrow would be. That would be the peak, the middle of it. That's what they say, but no, I put them up here so to avoid getting too much feedback. So we've got the standard pad and HPF. The HPF is the high pass filter. On the gain button here, if you can look in closely here, you see -6 when it's down there, okay? But it's also +20. So it's -6 when it's gray. So when you have the pad button on, it's starting off here at -6. When you have the pad off, it's +20 decibels. So it's +20 decibels without the pad. So you can turn the pad on and then turn the gain up, if you understand what I mean. Because what this is doing, this is taking 26 decibels. It's removing 26 decibels. So all these numbers are going to be 26, -26. But they have them here. So in other words, when it's over to the full here, it's +38 with the pad on, and it's 64 without the pad. And then we'll move on to the high pass filter. The high pass filter on this one is 80 Hertz. So what that means is anything under 80 Hertz when you have this pressed in will be removed, which is, you can do it down here yourself by turning down the low frequencies right down to -15 there. But by putting on the high pass filter, we're automatically cutting out all them muddy sounds. So we would use that for voice. You will use that for your mic. You will use that for electric guitar or something like that. We don't want to take out the ones under 80 Hertz from a whole song. We only want to take it from, say, the voice or, say, the guitar or something that's more high-pitched. But anything with bass in it, like a song from your music player. But normally we would plug them in over here, so it doesn't matter so much. But so we have the pad and the high pass filter on both line 1 and line 2, right? So that's mic 1 and mic 2, or 2 microphones, or a guitar and a mic, or 2 guitars. So as I said, we would put the high pass filter on both of them. If you're getting feedback, you will have to adjust it with these and the pad. So now we're going on to our gain button. Our gain button is here on the top. We'll start off by setting that down low, depending on if you have the pad on or if you have the pad off. If you have the pad on, then you will have this turned up, of course, because it'll be -6, the gain, with the pad on. So we will put it here possibly with the pad on. And then the high pass filter, the low frequency here doesn't matter then. Once you have the high pass filter on, it lowers this completely. And then we have the high frequencies which are here, and we can adjust them with these 2 buttons here. And then, of course, down on the bottom, then you have your level. So you want to balance one mic against the other mic, or a guitar against a microphone. And we have the same here. This one here is 3 of 4, which is these 2, 3 and 4. And this is 5 and 6, and this is the level for 5 and 6. And then we have all the blue, which is the output, including the FX sound effects. I'll talk about them afterwards. I'll just go along here. So we have the left and the right out, as I said earlier, in XLR to your amplifier or to your powered speaker. And then you have stereo out, left and right as well, in normal one. And as I said, these are balanced. And then we have phonos, your headphones, and you have a level here, a separate level here for your phones. So you might want to have your headphones on while you are doing your music, and you want to have it turned down lower here so you can hear yourself. And so you can turn this one down low, and it does not affect the output through the amplifier. And then on this side, then we have our lights. Our lights here will go up as we use it. The peak goes up. So then we have our output level here. This is our main level output. And then we'll go on to the FX. So if you wanted the FX on, you wanted to have a slight echo or a Hall effect on the left-hand one, we will turn on the button on the left-hand side. And that does not, the microphone on this side will not have that. And then you will set it up here by you can put this one down to here, which is plate. When this is reverb, right? So it's plate that will sound like a sharp sound inside a room, and a hole. So that will a Hall effect. And then when we press the button in, the light comes over here, and then we have our echo or our delay, and then we will have short, long, and voice echo, which is down on the very end. So that's what you do. But you can have the 2 buttons on, so you could have the 2 mics with the same. So, but you will not, these don't work unless you have turned on one of these. So whichever one you have the mic on. And that's how this part works. And then the last but not least, we have our phantom power, which is on channel 1 and channel 2 only. And we turn it on here with this button. It's the normal plus 48 volts. For some microphones will need phantom power. Overall, this unit's nice and small. I have it for my house, and when we have a party outside under the tent, it's easy to haul around. It doesn't have a big pile of inputs, but we are not a band. We're going to have a couple of people singing on a couple of mics and music input going in, and sometimes a guitar, and we have plenty in the 6 inputs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as I said, 2 balanced ones mainly for voice. And so with the few settings we have on this, it's uncomplicated. So you can buy it without the FX settings, without these buttons here. You can buy it cheaper than that, but not a lot. That's why I bought it, this one. It suits perfect for a karaoke. We have 600 watt amplifiers, so it's 600 per channel amplifier. So in conclusion, I bought this myself. The instructions that come with them are very simple, and they have a different one for the different languages. So you have a Spanish, and you have French, and this one is English. And this one, the clarity of voice is something else. It's like professional sound coming out. It depends on your microphone and depending on your amplifier, of course, but this is the part in the middle, and the circuitry in this is made by Yamaha. So that's my review of the Yamaha MG06X mixer. I'll put a link in the description where I bought this. I bought it on Amazon, and thank you very much for watching. And if you like this video or any of our other videos here, please subscribe.